back to the Boise State Esports Arena here, located in beautiful downtown Idaho, where tonight we have a pretty exciting matchup for us. We have ABC Collegiate Overwatch, where the BSU Broncos are going to be facing off against Auburn in a Swiss-style-like bracket. We've seen this before, where Boise State's currently 2-0, and facing this kind of Auburn team, we're a little excited to see how they're going to take this forefront, especially in a new game of Overwatch that we're still kind of feeling out for. I am your host, Colin Junkin, and here co-casting with me here is Mason. And, you know, kind of first question I have for you here, as being a former Overwatch player yourself, what kind of new characters and players that we have that are veterans are kind of looking forward to mastering here?
Yeah, so we have a really, really good, solid team coming in here at Overwatch 2. Switching from 6v6 to 5v5. We do lose one of those tanks, but they're all still getting playtime. Some role swaps here and there, but for the most part, the new heroes are what I'm really looking forward to seeing. I know our support player Chosen has been really grinding the Kiriko, so I'd love to see some of that today.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a new character that I'm excited to see, and something we haven't seen in Collegiate Overwatch myself, at least, of what I've seen. I haven't seen Kiriko really played competitively, at least.
No, that's right, and I think a lot of people have been like really restraining themselves from playing it, since a lot of practice happens on the competitive ladder, and as she's been locked until like I think a few days ago.
I think recently,
Yeah, very recently she was unlocked. People have been playing her, getting a lot better. So I really would like to see a little bit of Kiriko today. And, of course, we have Sojourn and Junker Queen. Those have been out for a little while.
Yeah.
People are really familiar with that. Shouting out our DPS, Plato has been really grinding that Sojourn too, and I'd love to see some of that as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We do know Plato to be a player that can pop off, but in ABC Collegiate Overwatch, obviously, not like last time we were talking about, it's a 5v5. Best of 3, we have Control, Hybrid, Escort, and Push. Push being that new one I'm kind of excited to see. And then, you know, $63,000, you know, it's a little bit. That's pocket change and prize money there. But that's exciting to see for this kind of our team going forward here.
Yeah, and talking about Push, that's another map that I'd really like, or another game that I'd say that I really am looking forward to seeing Boise State play. It's got a different feel, a different play style, because it's very, very continuous. Like, you're not really stopping to regroup after a point's taken. The robot is always moving one way or the other. And yeah, there's like control points like halfway through, you get a checkpoint. But for the most part, it's a very fluid game mode. It's really punishing. If you lose one player during the team fight, you're probably going to have a really hard time, you know, next team fight.
Oh, yeah, but in order to get to that firstly, we have to get our players some docs keys to the game, so hopefully we can push to that game mode that we're looking forward to. And in Overwatch, we need to understand our comp and play style, focus on each fight, get good ult value, and the objective is greater than kills. That's pretty apparent sometimes. I think that's that can be balanced in a way.
Yeah.
If you kill everybody, then nobody can contest you on objective. So.
Exactly, and you don't want them on the point.
No,
I think some people do forget that, namely some DPS that like to run around and look for kills, forget about that point. But you can leave that to one of the supports. They'll push the payload for you. They're definitely not going to be salty.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, of course, Doc Keys of the Game are brought to you by Drop In Gaming. We're the premier online platform for gamers to visit and enter and get into entry and paid prize tournaments, whether you're new to the scene or not. Drop In Gaming is the place for you, so go in and visit there for them. But kind of getting into this game of Auburn and BSU going forward, we're getting a little ready for it. We're getting excited. We haven't really known what the maps are for, but I imagine it's not too different from Overwatch 1 as to what you're expecting to see in Overwatch 2.
Yeah, I think that team play is a lot more important in Overwatch 2 just because there's only 5 of you. You really need to be protecting each other. The one thing is tanks are so much stronger. You know, Azaria can bubble herself twice and just walk onto the enemies. And with 2 supports just pocketing her, there's really nothing the enemy team can do. They got to focus the supports first. So it takes a lot more communication, if you ask me.
Feels a little hopeless, honestly, playing against Azaria. That knows what they're doing with supports that know what they're doing as well.
Looks like we're getting into Nepal here.
At that first point, which is going to be a control point, correct?
That is right, yeah.
All right. I know my stuff. I know what I'm doing here.
There we go. And Village, so really going to look for some mobile characters, unless we just go straight dive and see both teams on the high ground to start. But
yeah, what would you be looking for if you're setting up for this match here? What are you expecting for Auburn to kind of try, because we've seen what BSU can do before?
Yeah. Oh, getting right in. So I guess I don't even have to say we got a monkey.
This
not,
is
not so much of a monkey.
Not anymore. This is a match in progress. BSU does have 82%, while Auburn has 31.
Oh, Goblin tries to come in with that Death Blossom there. And it looks like pretty even fight right now. Auburn does have the point, but Boise State is capping. There's a lone Reaper trying to get out, but Plato just does not want to let him.
He's going to get pushed off. Better to play that regroup than to just die on point for nothing.
Yeah, and against a Reaper and a Sombra, I think Clear is going to have a really hard time staying alive here. But good bubble management, knowing when to get out, just barely gets out there.
So contesting point, BSU is at overtime here. So Auburn needs to, they need to get their rotations down, and they need to stay on this point unless they want to lose this first match here.
Yeah, it looks like Auburn's taken 2 off of Boise State, and there's 3. It looks like Boise will be losing the point here. Clear's just building that ult as much as he can, and got really close. Could have tried to primal everyone off, but
they can afford to give up point though for just a little bit in there. They
can.
Have about 2 fights left.
Yeah. Auburn is coming out with the EMP and Coalescence from their Sombra and Moira, so that's just a deadly combo. I think they might. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, with the pick on a Plato as well. No trees. Oh, this
it's
is Chosen.
even again. Chosen has been really grinding on that.
There is that Kiriko that you're talking about. Oh. Graviton is committed as well.
Goblin barely got caught in that. Could have gotten a lot of value with that Death Blossom there, but the Sombra is just so strong. Or, sorry, the Zarya is just so strong. And high charge with a Moira pocket, there's really not a lot you can do.
Ooh, does get a pretty good boop on there. Isn't going to save Bagel, though, there. And play. That's a big stagger, and now Auburn's at a 94% going here.
Looks like we're coming into the last fight here. Clear does have ult.
They do get a touch.
It's really up to Goblin to try to poke out that Zarya here. Doesn't look like she's going to be able to touch it. The Sombra's coming behind.
Does get 5. That's a whole reset, and that's BSU
the point. There we go.
First point. Wow.
And really, Plato on Sojourn is just so oppressing. Like it's a single click to kill. I want to say if Widowmaker and Cassidy had a baby, it would be a little right clicking Sojourn.
Yeah. Or almost feel like a Widowmaker sometimes as well with that full charge. Just if you know how to click heads, Sojourn's that character for you.
You're gonna have no problem getting picks. And Plato never does.
I thought my
kind of what we see here coming from Auburn.
Yeah,
same kind of lineup, no.
Same comp. It almost worked for them last point. I think they just need to really be focusing the same person. We're seeing them roll out. Both teams will get to the point around the same time with those Lucios.
Just Duke gets a big damage on that Lucio. He's going to force that push off.
Goblin is just walking in, falls back a little bit.
There is 100. Wow, taking a lot of damage there. Almost goes down.
Great bell by Chosen to save Clear. But Plato does fall to the Zarya. Goblin falls to the Reaper.
There's 2. That's not looking good. The hack coming off, too, does get Clear. Looks like BSU's out for this fight, and there goes down Bagel.
Bagel really tried to hold there, but that is point over to Auburn University.
Ooh, that's a good pick there. Mike at the second. Does get it. This is a good, that's a good start for BSU to try and push into here, not having that Sombra.
Yeah, that Sombra can really mess with the backline. Having her gone is great for the team.
Wow, Gob took a lot of damage there. Reaper also seems to feel like a very strong character as well.
It is.
Very anti-tank.
Very, very. And when tanks are so powerful right now.
It seems almost like a balance, also not a balance in itself.
And there's Clear again, so oppressive on this Winston. You'd think with Sombra and Reaper on the other team that Clear would be a little more scared to walk in, but no, he is just getting right in there, just holding down that Tesla cannon.
And that's a good attribute to have when you don't fear the enemy. How they, they're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be
Coalescence coming out from Auburn here. And here's the railgun. This could be really oppressive. There's one. There's two. Another headshot.
Big damage. He's going to break the bubble, and he's going to get the third. Plato and Clear cleaning up. Auburn University holding down the point, going to get to 50% before Auburn's even able to contest again.
Auburn is coming in with 5 ults. That Grav is going to be really, really oppressive here, along with 2 DPS ults.
Yeah, having this EMP and Death Blossom as well, and Beat.
The Beat to sustain. Both teams do have that. I think it's
the EMP.
There's Beat coming out, and Boise holds the point. Here's Clear being as oppressive as always. Oh, keeps the Lucio out!
No way! What a big brain play there.
He was not going to let that Lucio back into spawn.
A little bit of a grudge match there, but more of a stagger.
And that was 2 ults coming out from both sides. We still have the Death Blossoms from either way, but Auburn does have that Beat to sustain.
They're definitely going to try and use this next fight, but not before their tank goes down.
That might have been the fight winner right there. Sure Auburn can touch, but no tank is really scary.
Beat was committed there.
Hack through the wall. And then there's the Death Blossom to clear it out.
Oh, they do get
somebody on point. Is that a Sombra?
Most likely Sombra.
There we go. She's gone now. And yeah, Zarya comes back just too late. That's going to be map 1 going to Boise State.
That was a very dominating performance here.
That was. Very, very impressive plays from the DPS and tank.
Chicken does get it. That grab did mess up Clear a lot.
That was, yeah.
And then the pick there. 99 charge Zarya is just something else to deal with.
Yeah, that could have been point 1 right there.
Oh, yeah. That was, yeah, actually point 1 was very close. For us joining in so late to see 80% and then to see Auburn kind of come back, both these teams kind of deserve to be in this sphere of competitiveness because they're both 2-0 going into this. Well, now BSU's 3-0 and Auburn's now 2-1, but I think Auburn played that pretty well to their ability until we got to last point.
Auburn does have a very strong tank. Chicken there, as you saw on the Zarya, is very, very oppressive, getting pocketed by a Moira, sped around the map by a Lucio. There's really not much that anyone but, a Reaper from Goblin can do about that. And it's great to see Goblin standing his ground and knowing I can trust my supports to keep me alive and just wailing on that Zarya.
Oh yeah, I believe that's a great word I like to see there. Actually, that oppressive performance there, but we saw that a lot from Clear as well.
We did, yeah. Clear was not afraid to get in there. Again, I think it's just the confidence in knowing that your team is going to be supporting you. We didn't get to see as much gameplay from the Kiriko, but heard a lot of bells going off.
Oh yeah, and seeing this first map here, Kings Row, yeah, we always kind of expect that here on Des. I know you hear it a lot from Gem and others that Kaz Overwatch, but not a lot of people that I know of are too excited to see this map. Yeah, it's casting wise.
It's the classic. It's Scrim Row. Every team, it's a go-to to it's probably the most played map in professional Overwatch. I would like to argue.
What makes it so appealing? Coming from a competitive background yourself.
Hybrid just gives you, escort and control point. So you are kind of getting the best of both worlds in practice there on this map.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, and I imagine it's a rather well balanced map as well, and a lot of characters are applicable on it.
It is. There's a lot of different comps you can play. You can dive on the high ground, it's possible just to rush straight to point. Like, it's a very flexible map.
And going into this best of 3, once again, being a best of 3, Boise State does take 1 point. So if they do end up winning this Kings Road, they push it at match point. But you know, Auburn kind of show a little mistake out there. So let's see if they can hang in there coming forward for it.
Auburn's going to be on defense to start, Boise on attack. And the same compositions. Oh, just kidding. There's a May now and a Reinhardt. So, oh, this is going to be a very aggressive comp from Boise State. But as we've seen before, that's what they love to run.
I think they're normal. I think they're comfortable with being aggressive. And
Auburn knows that if they can just sustain their Zarya and get her high charge, that's the win condition for them.
You know, these final seconds getting higher. This Reinhardt is also a change I don't see much in my matches, but already the Somber Hat coming out. Already got anybody on.
Boise is wasting no time walking to this point here.
I was just about to say that it didn't get contested at all at that choke point. Clear just charging right in there.
Yeah, with that charge cancel, it's really easy to get space now without falling all the way back. And Chicken is fully charged on the side of Auburn here. This is going to be really... Oh, just kidding. Chosen gets the pick.
That almost seemed to be timing with the bubble as well. Plato might get a second pick here. Clear just get the elimination onto the Lucio, and just like that, just as I'm talking, Plato's going to go and clean up the other two, and does see the spawn for a little bit, but not going to be able to contest at all, and BSU takes first point.
That Bell really did its best from 10 to keep them up so they could try to escape, but in the end, it did not work out.
Already playing aggressive here.
Yeah,
pretty much up mid, but this is pretty normal for teams that are comfortable to just be poke damage.
And especially building the Sojourn Railgun, if you can one-shot 4 out of the 5 people on the enemy team, you're sitting pretty.
You can't contest if they're not allowed to do so. But that pick is big.
Chicken got high charge right away and just walked on Plato. He was not ready for that. Are we going to see a shatter come out? Oh, the bubble to block, though.
Wow, that's one of the best times.
Okay, goodbye, Lucio.
Wow.
And there's a Reinhardt in the back line. What are they going to do?
Out of all the characters that get picked by that charge, I was not expecting their Lucio to get picked.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting it either. The cart is slowly moving.
Just as much as momentum as Auburn got, but they are going to commit the Kiriko to it as well. Window as well. The Sombra's almost getting picked off the back line.
Yeah, they are more scared of that window than Boise. Oh, huge pick from Plato.
They're also getting committed.
Goblin's walking on their Kiriko here. Oh, Kiriko just barely TPs out.
Both of them low themselves.
The health bar doesn't matter as long as you got at least one. I know that's what Goblin's thinking right now as he gets picked off.
They got all the time in the world to play aggressive here.
Plato is not afraid to be taking space right here. But it looks like they're getting ready for this last fight. They know that Auburn is going to be touching either way.
And with 3 ults, nonetheless, to boot.
That is right. This grab is going to be really scary for Boise State. They're backing off, getting ready for the EMP, playing a little split, it looks like.
Thank gosh, so a little bit of trade there. Does knock Sombra out of the invis.
Oh, the Brad taking out Goblin. There's the grab.
Does get the pick onto Chicken as well, though, as soon as the grab gets committed.
Honestly, I think that's a good trade. I would trade a DPS for the tank any day.
Oh, yeah, especially when there's only one.
And Plato went right for that high ground, knocked off the Kiriko there. Looks like they're going to cap. And as Auburn is backing up, Boise State is relentless, pushing in on them. And forgetting a little bit about the point, but, you know, you got support for that.
But the range that Kiriko has doesn't matter too much about that. Being very aggressive here.
Well, with that shatter, as soon as the bubble's gone. Oh, Death Blossom coming out. There's 4.
4.
And that's the team kill.
Wow. Just like that. It seems like every time Plato clicks the ult button,
Good job.
the
Now
team just disappears.
get ready for this. Clear's hiding in the backline with that shatter.
Get a little cheeky with this, along with God in the backline as well with them.
Oh, that's a headshot from Clear. Interesting. I didn't know that was didn't know that's a thing Shatter could do.
Goodness.
Oh, the Brad finally saying no to Plato. But too little too late. Boise State caps with 3 minutes, 17 seconds left.
Yep, does not matter at all.
Score 0.
Getting 3 there.
Switching sides.
But we have seen teams like Auburn that seem to not be able to put a stop on BSU, who you would, you know, a little biased, but who you would expect not to get too much, may end up pushing it pretty far as well.
Boise State is known for being really aggressive, and I am concerned that that's going to be detrimental to them on defense here. I just know that we're going to see Goblin running and touching that spawn door after maybe getting a 3K, not remembering the other 2 in their back line, and just getting counter rolled like that.
Those small little mistakes can make all the difference.
But it looks like
Same kind of lineup here. We do have an Ashe, though. The Ashe is different. And
I'm going to guess that's Plato. Oh, the Ashe. Yeah.
And the Baptiste as well.
Follow my lead. I'll make sure this goes smoothly.
A little bit of change up here. Not seeing the Sojourn. I wonder if that's going to impact them, or if we'll see a change later on in the game as well. Because Plato for sure has been very comfortable on that Sojourn.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Ashe is, I want to say Plato's like #1 comfort pick here, but there's the aggression. Just trying to get a fire strike in. Does not connect.
Having 2 lets you sort of miss the first one and throw the second one out as well.
Exactly. Auburn does have a Widowmaker here. Oh. Chosen said, I'm charging in here. There's that first pick. 2 picks from Plato here. Another from Goblin. So Goblin on the Ashe. And, not touching the spawn door, but getting pretty close there.
I would argue Clear pretty much made the, made Chicken touch the spawn door.
Clear made an executive decision. I'm going in right now, and you will support me.
It's good to see your tank do that every now and then.
Big dynamite there. Auburn is coming in with a near full charge Zarya here.
No real threat of ult yet being committed. May is being a nuisance though.
Boise State down 2. Yeah, that wall really just split the supports.
You get the first tick.
I think this one is going to Auburn. Oh, Sojourn really tried to get a cheeky little pick there. Ended up running away.
Did not pay off. Boise State's going to contest as soon as they possibly can here. Not wasting any time. Using TP away from the Reaper to the high ground here.
Plato? Plato gets picked off with the supercharged railgun. Still committing ultimates. Bob comes out from Goblin. Boise State is still down 1.
Too long. Clear's just hugging this corner.
Clear's doing everything he can not to give up the space. Oh, and that is a huge shatter. Beat comes out to barely save Chicken there. And Clear will go down to the Brad.
Did see that last second immortality that was a pretty big save for Clear, but just was not enough to save Clear at the end of the day. And Auburn is going to get some movement on this card here.
10 pushed up there? Interesting, but Plato got a pick. I think we're going to see some Boise State aggression here, running in while they're down 1.
The switch to the Cassidy as well. from God.
Yeah, it looks like Cassie's going to be taking the long way back.
But Brad is really feeling it on this Mei here. Right click is devastating.
There's the B coming out to try to save Boise State from this grab. And this wall is just so oppressive. The Brad really knows what he's doing, knows how to hit those shots too. Oh, Death Blossom comes out.
Getting a 3-piece there. Both sets of support and a DPS. But Boise State is, along with Clear going down in that push as well, God being the only one here, playing a little cheeky as well.
Plato has been holding on to this Railgun ultimate forever. I'm hoping we see it this point, maybe this map.
You see the change of 10. That was playing the bat before on Katana.
There's a Reaper above. Trying to get some hope. These walls are really giving Auburn enough time to stabilize and figure out what they want to do.
Mei is the now very impressive character. Oh, a great purple in the
Huge
wall.
Oh, but a great pick from Plato.
My goodness.
Both teams are even 4v4 right now. Plato barely misses that right click.
Dago does get caught in that Mei ultimate, does go down.
And there's the point.
Yep.
Even a high charge Zari is scared of a high charge Sojourn here.
I would be too. Especially against Plato as well. I think they very well know Plato can right click some heads.
Chicken is gonna have that grab here for this next fight with no beats to do anything about it. But High Noon comes out, doesn't connect.
Ooh, the good sleep there. Does get woken up immediately. The Shattered committed another headshot kill for Clear coming out.
It's another 4v4. The Nano Zarya just says, I will never die. I'm gonna get in there, but Lucio's taken out by Clear. And Boise State is up 1. Really does not want to let Chicken out. Goblin picks 10, but goes down to the Reaper. I'd say that's a fight win from Boise State.
Jason is down.
Goblin does make a swap to Hanzo here.
Being that best of 3 format, Boise State has it at match point, so Auburn's got to look to get 3 here to tie this up and to keep the series alive.
With beats on both sides, it could be anyone's fight right here.
They do have 2 minutes, a lot of time, but not a lot compared to
great
Boise
pick
State.
from Bagel.
Getting aggressive here, forces Mei into the ice block. Caught in the middle of an enemy team is going to go down.
Plato said, I'm not even looking at that one.
No,
He kept focusing on the front line.
Didn't need to. That hyper game awareness, you know, sort of just, you block those things out. You know they're not super important to you in that moment.
And with the countless hours that all these players have in the game,
yeah.
they know that like a sixth sense.
A lot of ults being committed here.
Oh, 2 huge picks from Plato. Oh, but the Blizzard Death Blossom, you can't do anything about that. There's the team kill.
There is team kill. But not to fret too much. Boise State is going to be able to respawn here and contest before point gets close to really being that 3-point series.
With a Shatter and Hanzo Dragon here.
Oh no.
Does not connect. That was a little embarrassing.
Dragons are going to be committed as well.
This Reaper is... Oh, there we go. Boise State up 1.
That Reaper going down might be the deciding factor.
Charles takes out Bagel in the 1v1.
The charge after won't get anything.
Oh, barely.
Will Clear be able to get away? Yes.
It looks like the Reaper's running. Don't fear the Reaper. Neither team has any ults here. Chosen is getting really close to that window, but that's about it here. And coming into last fight. Oh. Teams trade a little bit there, but Goblin gets 2. And we are officially in last fight territory if Auburn can get to the point.
charge. Does get the Ana.
Oh!
Be able to survive. Clear goes down there. This could be big for Auburn, but is going to get a big health pack and is no
I'm
longer
looking
sweating.
forward to a charge. Oh,
Oh,
right
no.
into the underpowered Zarya. But there is a Kiriko.
They're not going to touch point. They're not going to be able to get there in time.
Oh, did they forget?
It. That is it. That
A
is
little
all.
bit of BM from Clear there, and the yeah, should touch the point.
It's solid advice. Touch to the point is pretty important.
Again, it's Doc's keys to the game. Don't forget about the point.
Do not forget about the point. C9ing is probably one of the worst things you can do to look forward here. But yeah, this play was just absolutely game changing.
Love seeing it go to the Ana, but that's gonna be Boise State winning.
A little
Yeah,
a typo.
a little typo.
Yeah, It's a little bit
you
of
can
typo.
you can see the score on the right there.
You know, A and then B. They're right there. They're
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
You know, they're pretty close to each other. But yeah, like my co-host said, you know, Boise's going to go and take that win. And any real final thoughts on that game?
It's exactly what I thought we were going to see. Boise State just held their ground, and as soon as they saw the smallest fraction of an opening, Clear was ready to charge in at any point there, and with support from his backline, just keeping him up, and DPS able to go off and do their own thing. Like, there is some really good synergy from our team here.
Oh yeah. You know, I remember we talked about in the beginning of this seeing Kiriko. You know, how'd you feel Kiriko being involved? Because we saw that not only from BSU but also Auburn as well.
Yeah, I do think the Kitsune ultimate is very oppressive. You know, cooldown reduction, increased fire rate. I just don't think that she was as applicable in the maps played and the composition, so we didn't see as much there. But you know, I can't wait to see more. I think people are going to keep improving on the Kiriko and getting better and better.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting to see, and as more characters also just get generally involved in the Overwatch lineup as well. But while this does wrap up our game with Overwatch and ABC, stick around after this break. We have more Boise State Rocket League for you, so make sure to stick around. That'll be an entertaining match. Come back to us right after these messages.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
wanna love me like you do. I just wanna love me like you do. When we look back into the sun, this is theory or light that we left will not burn out. While to where we run, in the time that we had, it was worth it to know that this is not the end. It's just a part of the puzzle.
you say. Turn the lights off. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Tell me what you say. Tell me what you say. Tell me what you said. Tell me what you said. Tell me what you said. Turn the light, tell me what you say.
welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena here in beautiful downtown Boise, Idaho. You're watching our coverage of ABC Collegiate Overwatch again today. So we're going into Game 4 versus Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, coming right after playing against Auburn that last game. Very, very strong win from Boise State. I'm Mason. Today we are joined by Colin. How are you doing?
Doing great, and yourself?
Doing really good. I am happy to be here casting some Overwatch for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so as we've said before, for people that are just tuning in, ABC is a Swiss bracket, so RPI is going to be around the same win rate as us so far. Boise State, being 3-0 right now.
3-0, yes.
3-0, yeah. I think this is going to be a lot closer of a match, and as the series progresses, it's going to get harder and harder. But after that last game against Auburn, how are you feeling about Boise State? What did you like to see?
They played pretty aggressive. We talked about that a lot. You made a lot of points on how they played aggressive, and from Boise State, I'm looking to see that a lot more. And sort of from RPI, what kind of I think they sort of need to do is slow them down. From what we saw from Auburn, the sort of Ana pick seemed to help nullify that aggressiveness, especially with the nade. That purpling of basically clear, sort of being this super aggressive aggro tank, sort of makes you back off a little bit because you're not able to get that healing. But in that sort of counterpoint we have, if we see Kiriko as one of the supports,
I was just gonna say that. Yeah,
that
Kiriko
might make the difference.
Is pretty much a direct counter to Ana now. If you can cleanse the purple nade, then Clear can push right in.
Which is weird, because then I would ask, because you always have kind of counter picks for tanks and DPS, but have there ever really been counter picks for supports?
Not so much. It's usually you're supporting the DPS and the tanks. But ABC Collegiate Overwatch is a 5v5 competitive game mode. It's best of 3, and we will be playing maps from Control, Hybrid, Escort, and of course that new game mode Push. Now there is $63,000 in prizing in ABC, so there's a little bit at stake. Our players are definitely going to want to do their best here.
60,000. I would like to have that as my prize pool.
And coming in with Doc's keys to the game in Overwatch, understand your comp and playstyle, focus on each fight, get good ult value, and the objective is more important than the kills. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your games to win cash prizes for both free and paid entry to events and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. Any of those points sticking out to you today?
That objective.
Yeah.
That objective piece. From what we see from Auburn, we made a little bit of joke about it before, but sort of not being able to touch point in that overtime sense, being staggered so much. Yeah, we made a joke about kills over objective, but when you're chasing clear around for the kill and ignoring point, what's the point of life?
That's how you lose a series there.
Yeah, that is very much how you lose a series, especially in a best of 3 format as well.
Yeah, it's really every map matters.
A lot more than anything else.
And Boise State has hit 1,000 consecutive wins, or not consecutive, 1,000 wins in the program. So that is a really big accomplishment. If you guys tuned in yesterday, we had a little celebration for that. But here we have our lineup. Today on tank is going to be Clear. DPS we have Plato and Gob. And support is going to be Bagel and Chosen. And today's lineup is brought to you by Count. Count Identity Trust Global Networks delivers real-time fraud prevention, account protection, and enables personalized customer experiences for over 9,000 leading brands and payment providers. So a very solid lineup here. We do have our new tank player for the semester, Clear, who has just really, really done his best to show even though I'm new, I am here for this.
Playing aggressive, and I guess my sort of thing of, was there anything with this 5v5 to 6v6 change? Was there anything that any role swaps that you saw from our 6v6 team to our 5v5 team?
Yeah, so Clear and Lyric are 2 of our new players on tank and support. But if you guys remember from last year, Matthew Mercadante was our main tank, and we've seen a little bit of flexibility over to the main support from him. So that's really the biggest swap, but for the most part, Boise State's stayed with what they've had.
Which is big because if memory serves me right here, Matt Merck was a really strong tank in and of itself as well.
Very dominating, yeah.
Especially on Ball, which is weird because Ball isn't as impressive in Overwatch 2, I would say.
No, I'd say Ball and Doom are probably two of the weaker tanks here. And Tank Fist is new, but Ball was very, very strong on Overwatch 1. Just does not hold up here, though.
Round 1.
Right. I see a Genji right off the bat. That's on both sides, actually.
Genji is really, really strong Overwatch 2. Got a little bit of a buff to his shurikens. There's more raw damage output. But Azaria coming from clear on the side of Boise State, and Rensselaer has a Diva, it looks like. So, two very different play styles.
That Diva should be almost a direct counter to, or not the Diva, this Zarya should be a direct counter to the Diva. In of itself, that defense matrix is not able to block Clear's main attack.
Goblin goes down to Senius there, making it a 4v5. But the fight is coming to the point. Bagel going down to Genji. Chosen, there's no supports here for Clear.
A lot of even trades going at her so far.
Oh, it doesn't even matter. Clear just got the damage and the follow-up from the DPS. There we go. Plato on that super, super oppressive Sojourn once again.
Yeah, this Clear Plato combo is going to be really strong here. Not able to take your eyes off of Clear and having to run away from Plato is going to be a little annoying.
Yeah, I mean, full charge Zarya can really just walk on the team, and as soon as one of the DPS, oh, there you go.
There's a pick onto Monkey as well.
And I like the swap to Monkey here, just because it does give a little bit more mobility, and Rensselaer is running Ana.
But yeah, we do be
Nano too. Oh, Chosen barely picks off the Monkey. But Plato's picked off by Web Slinger. Boise State's very split right now.
No charge out here for Clear. It almost gets booped off. It's not going to be able to contest point in time. Rensselaer is going to take it.
Takes the point there.
That's big for them actually. Just get any amount of percentage in this game.
Oh, okay. Clear's just lobbing those across the map. But Amanda and Monk, what can you really do about that?
Especially when that bubble was put down, that seemed to just absorb a lot of Clear's damage. Being low percentage.
Oh, Plato getting two.
Cheeky little double peek there.
Can it be three?
Puts their Lucio down as well.
Misses it by an inch.
Ah, there it is.
Good job, Bagel.
Hello.
A lot of ults on both sides. Oh, 5 ults from Boise State. Or 4.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a lot of ultimates for them to work with.
Both sides do have the blades, but it doesn't matter. Webslinger's just going to be sitting in spawn.
Gets big damage off here. BSU is playing that aggressive play style. Contesting. Here comes that blade. Does get purpled on 18 health. That's a big up, and he's getting chased down.
Exactly where he wanted to go there. That's a great counterplay.
Yeah, what an absolute denial of the play. And here it comes out the counter blade. Beat does get committed for it, though.
Railgun here. So much coming out. I want to say that Railgun is just as oppressive as a blade. You can one-shot, headshot, two-shot most, like two-shot body shot most players hit. Chosen's just waiting on the high ground.
I would say if anything more oppressive, because you don't even have to get up close for some of these fights.
That's true.
But just we say that, BSU is going to take this first point 100% to 17. They take that pretty staggeringly and with a pretty dominant lead. We have some of the players up here.
And as we've seen from what you guys have been watching, there's a lot of tank and DPS gameplay. But what we didn't see was Chosen just sitting on the high ground, absolutely farming RPI. And they really couldn't do anything. Baptiste can jump out of there. A Monkey is not going to be very effective.
Wow, actually, yeah, you bring up an amazing point there. There was not one moment where I think I saw the Baptiste under any real pressure.
No, I mean, it got dove once, and the Monkey realized I'm not going to be able to do anything on my own.
Yep.
But it looks like we're finally seeing Chosen on the Kiriko again.
You see that TP play pushing out a little bit, but God is going to play the Tracer here, actually. The counter Tracer pick as well. A little different. We do have that counter pick we did talk about. You brought that up with the Ana, but also the Kiriko as well.
Really, Solo just needs to hit some big stage here. And did Chosen decide, you know, I'm not going to waste my bell on this. But we are seeing a lot more aggression from Rensselaer here. But it doesn't matter if Plato can just right-click everybody. Clear getting 2 booster kills too. Okay.
That's not something you see every day, and there's no point in being aggressive if you don't have players to be aggressive with.
We're really seeing all of the MOBA abilities coming out. No need to aim.
There's that 5-player kill streak coming out for Clear, and a total reset for Polytech.
Clear really did a lot there, almost had the bomb out. And here is Goblin just waiting to farm Lucio in the back line. And if you can keep him out of there, I'd say that's a pretty good trade.
Good little pick damage as well. Jump onto this Ana. The sleep dart is missed, actually.
The supports are just so infatuated with this Tracer in the back line.
One pick onto the mech. Gets a lot of damage already in the fight. Has one more shot here. Does take it. Is it going to get the... Does get the Lucio.
You get a little bit of that. There's still an Ana up here, but Diva comes in to save that.
This aggressive beast. Wow.
RPI is going to have the nano here way before the blade. So I don't know if they're going to want to use that early or maybe I'm gonna guess that they're going to wait for that blade. That's their win condition here.
Bomb was committed by Goblin, but did not get any damage or any pick for the team here. So that could have been, you know, a little bit of a miss. Bell is used to save Plato's life along with the ulti commit.
I do love to see how fast everybody shoots in that casino.
Yeah, it is. Those comparisons to shooting regular to shooting with this Kusuneo.
Oh, big brain move from Clear there. Couldn't get out, better go under.
Clear some big brain moves from last series to this series. The monkey play to the Diva dodge. Pretty big here. He's gonna look to get the.
Wants to get the remake kill.
Yeah, oh, it does get it.
And that's overtime already. Is anyone gonna be able to touch?
No.
Chosen keeps them off before they could get off a single blade. That was a extremely oppressive win from Boise State against RPI.
Yeah, this first map win was just so aggressive.
And here's the Plato play that I think everybody saw coming. There's the 2. Okay,
Yep.
I almost want to give that monkey kill to Plato. Got him real low, just left.
Did 90% of the damage, but you know,
yeah, left Clear to clean it up.
That's what warrants a booster kill. No, you know, I think you don't see much else from a booster kill. If anything, you have to be low for that.
And yeah, I think it does more damage in Overwatch 2. I can't remember the exact amount, but I want to say it does
actually
50 damage on impact now instead of 25.
I mean, that sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
This massive mech that probably weighs a few thousand pounds being hurled at you.
If it's crashing into me, I'm not taking a chance. I don't know how all these characters are staying alive.
I think it would do a lot more than 50 hit points to us. We're a little squishier than that.
A little squishier. I like that.
Was there anything that we saw from RPI that seemed to be promising for them to kind of counter BSU?
You know, I feel like RPI could have done a little bit more to counter the backline. Chosen was on the Kiriko, and I'm not even going to call him the backline. He was way in front of our tanks and just knew that he had his E ability to teleport right out. So he was playing aggressive. I think if RPI took a little bit more advantage of where Chosen was and was able to just all collapse on him, get out the cooldowns, and then jump him again. It sucks that it would take twice, but I think getting rid of those cooldowns could, you know, move the fight. And of course, we love to see it. King's Row.
King's Row, yep.
It's just the go-to for everybody.
Scrim's Row, like you said. And I think that's such a perfect word for it, because I think, you know, that's just what it is. And there's no changing that, unfortunately, unless Blizzard does something to drastically change it to make everybody hate it. I think it's just going to be here for all the time.
Oh, and we're getting right into it. Yeah, I'm curious what the favorite push map is going to end up being. There's a couple. Personally, I like Coliseum. I really like the aesthetic. I'm going to be honest. It's very, that's my only reason for liking it. I'm not a big fan of the push game mode right now.
That's understandable, yeah.
But do you have a favorite map there yet?
Not yet. No, I haven't seen a whole lot of push in the games that I've played, which is unfortunate. So that's why I can't give a good verdict on whether I like it or not. I probably played 2 or 3 games, unfortunately, of it.
RPI is coming with a very similar composition to what they were running last time, but I guess same thing coming from Boise, but Senses just absolutely wipes clear there.
They're getting this pick, almost trade for trade going out here. Webslinger almost getting caught. Playing that Genji again. Did not find too many results last match. Going to be looking for a little bit of play change here.
With the Lucio running in from RPI, I think Jay has the ability to just walk in towards back. And I spoke too soon. There we go. Welcome back, Lucio.
This Tracer, you know, I think got playing independent, getting that pick damage, being annoying and clear.
Clear on web.
You can't deflect the laser beam.
There's 3. Oh.
Wow.
Steals it, but there's the team kill. That was fast.
Yeah, that almost happened. That happened in the blink of an eye for us, at least.
As soon as Chosen realized, oh, I shouldn't be DPSing. I really need to focus on keeping Clear alive. Clear gets 3 picks, and then team wipe in the end.
The healer's got to heal.
Healer's got to heal, unless you're Moira.
Unless you're Moira, yeah. I heard they actually removed her for Euro Bubble. So.
Oh, I didn't know she had one. Oh.
Both windows being committed here.
Right in the same corridor. Oh, there we go, Plato.
Oh,
2
wow.
for Plato. And popping that ult, looking for another.
He's really picked it. Almost gets the other one.
Almost. He's gonna leave that Lucio for the team. If they can.
So that was 100 charge here.
Oh! Webslinger was not ready for that one.
The flank was big for them there.
And speaking of flank pulse spawning here. Oh, misses the jump. Get another try.
Another one? They do
Third
know
time's the
now.
charm,
They're
yeah.
very aware now.
And now they know, oh, he's got pulse. Keep a bubble. But Webslinger does have Blade coming in on this.
Ooh. Graviton Surge is committed.
Oh.
Wow.
The Genji's in the back, but he just cannot do enough.
Just barely out of
And
range.
is this going to be the team kill?
Stays alive, actually.
Barely. Oh, they know.
Oh, almost deflects all the damage killing Plato.
Yeah, that's a big stagger from Webslinger, though.
Yeah, that's a perfect counter that he has. That solo play doesn't speak much for an Overwatch, but in this case, then it's the best. That's the best case scenario for RPI here.
And for this last fight on the point, I think we're looking for a grab coming out from RPI here, but Bagel does have the beat to counter it, and Plato's just going to get picks. It doesn't even matter. Who needs an ultimate when you can right-click to kill anything?
Clear himself getting a lot of picks here himself and damage. I believe that was 2 there. Going to support, does get the bubble just in time.
Get the pick on Web. No, he's going to back up. Smart move there. But RPI still does have that grab here. And Bagel knows about it and is holding that beat. But the grab does not connect with anything.
Beats committed here for RPI.
Both sides.
We're having to pay attention to now the enemy.
Oh, the Lucio is running around doing his own thing. Loses the pick on Goblin.
God being out of this fight, not getting that backline pick damage that we're looking for is gonna be allow RPI a breather here, and then the pick onto Chosen as well.
Can't push in without your reflex support. Oh, Clear does not care.
Let's get one. Gets a lot of damage.
Everybody's low. Oh, but so is Clear.
Oh.
Xenius hits the pick.
Those are 2 picks for BSU as well, though. Bagel getting a little more damage here.
They continue to stay in. I think Bagel realizes, okay, our team is gone. We got to back up, try again. And a swap to Winston right back to Zarya. I guess they realized it's probably not what we want.
Blade being committed. The bubble is going to negate a lot of damage.
Oh.
Wow.
Goblin takes him out. 5v4.
Absolutely shut that
The
down.
railgun coming out from Plato.
This could be dangerous for the enemy
And the
team.
window.
Only getting one with the ultimate, but is immediately gonna get another headshot right click on Web Slinger, and they're gonna get it very far here, if not to this 3rd point objective and finish off the game.
Does have that railgun coming in, and all it takes is 3 headshots.
There's the dash kill.
Got anyone? Yep. Quickly down 2.
Ooh, yep, there it is.
Our guy's gonna be taking this one. Boise retreat a little bit.
Might be able to get a stagger on the Zarya.
Oh, they do. That's Zarya's charge. Come on, they might be able to walk back in right now.
Especially with these supports out of
Plato getting
position.
another. He's not afraid to just walk in.
Not at all. Web Slinger's very low himself. All the Boise State is back here. B is committed though. This gives them a lot of room to work with.
Oh, sorry.
Very low, just looking clear, going at it. Finding this Web Slinger so low every time.
Grab. There's 3.
Yep, and there's the room to breathe that
4.
Boise needed.
And that's the team kill to close out this round. Boise
Now-
State caps with 1:39. Just about half the time that they did with Auburn.
With
So
Auburn, yeah. They had about 3 minutes there. So RPI putting up a lot more of a fight, but just Plato being so dominant.
I hate to see Sojourn in my comp games, but I love to see Plato popping off.
Oh yeah, it's great when the opposing is doing the hurt.
Oh yeah, when it's my team, please abuse, please abuse like everything that you can.
Which is more than how do you stop Plato? Do you have to dive or?
Bubble management as Diva. You know, there are things that you can do, but
I got my
as soon as
time
you
in the field
focus
was
your
done.
attention onto
But I
the
guess you can't
Sojourn,
predict everything.
Clear's just gonna walk in
Yeah.
on Zarya.
So yeah, this comp in of itself is very, very two-sided. They can take multiple fights on 2 fronts, and that was what we sort of saw. Was there was never really a point on 2nd to 3rd point that BSU was completely out of a fight. They never fully team wiped and backed off. They were always doing something.
I do see the support sticking to Zarya and just realizing that we need to keep her alive. And again, just having the trust in DPS to know when to get out. Goblin on the Tracer last round, just not worried too much about getting into that back line.
Being a Tracer, being annoying.
Being very annoying.
Very annoying. Already the aggressive pushing on the statue here, almost
Taking a lot of damage.
gets a lot of damage on the DPS.
Oh, and Goblin gets picked by Web Slinger.
Oh,
Pick on the Lucio, but they have to back.
this is good
That high
trade.
charge Zarya is just too oppressive.
That Zarya was really low. If that Zarya could have been picked, that could have been important for them. They are going to push it again, contest, before they're able to get the second
pick.
pick.
Consensus, BSU clear, pulls off Zobo, and they're going to have to back up here.
Wow. That was not the pushback I was expecting to see from BSU. That was so well timed. I mean, as soon as Clear got there, it was like go, go, go. And they
Really?
were so efficient with that push.
Really interesting seeing Goblin on the Widow. Almost going down too fast, but we'll see if we can see a pick. It's, again, Plato just dominating that kill feed.
Doing Plato things.
Doing Plato things. Luz gets stuck behind Boise State there a little bit.
Playing aggressive. There's another one. There's
Oh,
two.
Plato!
Wow.
Doesn't care if he's charging up the Zarya. That's almost another pick if he can get the headshot.
Which is something interesting with Sojourn of itself. You're getting charged for everything.
Yeah.
Everything you're shooting at, you're
shields,
getting
bubbles.
something for it.
And Plato's got the railgun ultimate again.
Because what it's 5 for a body shot, 10 for a head.
I believe so, yeah.
You can just charge up that railgun so fast.
Oh, just like that, you know, a full charge railgun takes out half of Zarya's health here. but both Zarya's do have their grabs. I think it's just going to be whoever can find the opportunity first.
There is window committed, but not going to find a whole lot of value. God?
I take back everything I said before. And Plato coming to clean up in the end.
Might get another one here. 3 ults for Boise State, 2 RPIs, 1.
And looking at the ultra charge from the Lucios on each side, Shupak is only at 62%. Bagel already has his. So that can pretty much cancel out the RPI grab that's probably going to come out this fight.
Yep, there it is, exactly.
Oh.
Yep, just as you described.
Barely gets out. Late lamp scared me.
Window's committed here, finding a lot of pick damage.
But there goes Clear, running in alone. Doesn't matter. You know, he knows that Chosen's going to come eventually.
Full charge anyway. Doesn't matter.
The right pick. And now with no tank, he can just walk.
Oh, there's a double.
There you go, Clear. Bagel really, really wanted to get that last pick. But there's touching the spawn doors like I was talking about earlier.
BSU just has such a dominant dictatorship over this choke point. They work so well around this. They do not let, ever since they retook point after that first tick, they have not let them had a single whiff of the point again.
And Plato's got another railgun. It's pretty much every fight at this point.
Ooh, there is almost a pick.
Goblin really does not care that he's surrounded. He's going to stay in that scope and try to get through this.
And BSU should not be punished at all.
Oh, they don't have anything for this blade, though. But
no, all it takes is Goblin.
They have Goblin for the blade.
2 trades coming out from both sword joints.
But it doesn't matter. Plato knows how to hit his clicks. Bagel knows how to... And
wow.
There's a full hold from Boise State. Bringing their ABC record 4-0 right now.
Yeah, it didn't even matter that they had less time compared to Auburn. They didn't even let RPI capture the point.
And here's the other MVP of the night, Clear, getting to play the game. Just so strong, so powerful there.
Speaks for itself.
And Boise State winner 2-0. You know, another little typo. Don't.
Oh yeah, don't look at it.
There we go. Boise State is our ABC winner.
4-0 for I believe that would be week 3, the ending of week 2, week 3.
Yeah, you're right there.
Such a strong start.
And
very strong
as we
start.
continue, games are only going to get harder. We're going to start seeing our UT Dallas, our Irvines, and our, those really dominant teams from the past couple of years. But next year we're going to see Miami, Ohio, who in the past has been one of our closest competitions. We've always been pretty neck and neck with them in the past years. And then after that, Fisher, who I personally do not know as much about from them, but if we're going to be going up against them next week, it means that they must have a very, very good record right now in ABC.
Yeah, I believe they're more than likely always going to be a very impressive team, as strong as they've always been.
And next we're going to be going into the player of the game. Do you have any guesses on who you want it to be? I have a little idea myself, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah, I think we both have an idea of who it is. I'm going to go and make the Clear pick.
You are?
On Clear.
Okay.
Just
the Clear pick on Clear.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of wordsmith here. I think just such a dictatorship on that tank. It was really diffing the other tank and diffing every other role that was there as well.
Yeah, and I think the only other obvious choice is Plato, and that's where I am putting my money tonight. I think Plato's going to be our ICCU player of the game.
Oh yeah, it's something to see in what production's going to give us ultimately.
Yeah. Okay, here's the first play, and it's Clear.
Yep.
Oh, this was great. This was huge.
This was a really big shatter. It was unfortunate that the pick didn't happen. The pick onto the Zarya didn't happen, but nevertheless, it was something that stalled Auburn.
I mean, saved by the lamp.
Yeah, exactly. Saved by the bell? No, in Overwatch we're saved by the lamp.
Hey, I mean with Kiriko, she's got a little bell now too.
This was another big brain. Was this the Lucio bop? No, it was not.
No, this is just straight aggression.
Getting those double picks. Being the ICCU player of the game, clear.
Impressive, yeah. I guess you win tonight. And speaking of which, today's player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union. ICCU believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like how Idaho Central helps its members achieve financial success. Clear is your Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game.
Well deserved. Both those players, honestly.
Very, yeah.
I think if we could put them side by side, they would be pretty evened out for damage, eliminations,
Again, neck
probably
and neck.
deaths.
But I want to give credit to the entire Overwatch team. They are so dominant, and they know exactly what they're doing. Great synergy with their team comps, and just as a team, like, you know, they've had a couple weeks now. The semester's about halfway over, so
Yeah.
they've been getting to know each other a little bit more. And I think the more that, you know, you make connections outside of the game, the better you're going to be in the game.
Oh yeah, which that's just teamwork, and I love that synergy thing because we did see that with Clear, right, where they got pushed off a point, they had to give up a tick, but as soon as Clear got in, they just knew exactly what to do, where to hit the team, where to get their picks, and that was more impactful and stunning to me than any other Clear double pick or Play-Doh double pick that we saw. It was just their team play and their teamwork and synergy was just on another level.
Yeah, I can meet you on that one. You can always get a pick, but to make the call to back up and stabilize and then push back in when the enemy isn't ready, it takes a lot more skill.
Oh yeah, definitely making that teamwork work. We like that.
All right, so we're gonna hit you guys with the top 5 plays of tonight. Any second now. Any plays that you're thinking of specifically?
We do have sort of just in the general top 5 area. We do. I feel like we're going to see a lot more Play-Doh, right? We saw that that pickup between the Clear being player of the game, but I also think we're going to see a lot of Play-Doh in there, a lot of double picks that we saw.
Yeah,
so
a couple team kills in there as well.
Yeah, I think all those are going to be in those play.
Yeah, and since it's not the player, these are full team top 5, so it could be anyone. I know we did get a lot of really good plays from Bagel on the Lucio, but you know those weren't weren't as captured. It's a little less flashy, but I'd like to see some of that as well.
Oh yeah.
As soon as we roll into these top 5.
I think we see that, and then we do have the Idaho Army National Guard. That is the sponsor of those top 5 plays, where they're the sponsor with over 10 jobs available, along with a $20,000 bonus with all those jobs competing. If you're interested in any of those, go ahead and reach out to them at iGuardGaming.com or reach out on the Twitch, or go ahead and just look it up on your Google anywhere. They also have a pretty good esports team, so go ahead and check that out.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Too much about that. Being very aggressive here.
Well, with that shatter, as soon as the bubble's gone. Oh, Death Blossom coming out. There's 4. And that's the team kill.
Wow. Just like that. It seems like everything's going to negate a lot of damage.
Oh.
Wow.
Goblins takes him out. And 5v4.
Absolutely shut that down.
Railgun coming out from Play-Doh.
This could be dangerous for enemy
And
team.
the window.
Only getting one with the ultimate, but is immediately gunning.
There we go. Welcome back, Lucio.
This Tracer, you know, I think got playing independent, getting that pick damage, being annoying and clear.
Clear on web.
You can't deflect
Another
the laser
one?
beam.
There's 3. Oh.
Wow.
Steals it, but base now without falling all the way back. And Chicken is fully charged on the side of Auburn here. This is going to be really... Oh, just kidding. Chosen gets the pick.
That will seem to be timing with the bubble as well. Play-Doh might get a second pick here. They just get the elimination onto the...
That's a great counterplay.
Yeah, what an absolute denial of the play. And here it comes out the counter blade. Beat does get committed for it, though.
So much coming out. I want to say that Railgun is just as oppressive as a blade. You can one-shot, headshot, two-shot, most, like two-shot body shot.